Let me see if I can switch up internet stuff. There we go. So that we're not going in and out. So I am here at my office in my car. Obviously, that's the obvious. No duh, Addison. Kind of one, but it's such a beautiful day out that I was just not ready to go in. I was just enjoying the sun, sitting here, just soaking in the sun and really just pondering. Just lots of pondering today. I'm feeling very in a pondering kind of a mood today. But what kind of keeps coming up is this discussion around sex. It keeps coming up in my world and my clients' worlds. I've gotten some questions recently about like, why sex? Like, why choose sex for what you do, what you talk about, as one of the topics. I talk about lots of different things, but why did I really start on sex? When I first started my coaching business, I went from like eating disorders and helping women with those issues, and then I jumped over to sex and relationships. So why focus in on the sex? And like I said, I'm in a kind of a pondering mood, and it is like my thoughts are a little bit all over the place, so bear with me. But kind of like, why sex? And I was sitting here and just like thinking, and the other day, a couple days ago, I found myself in this beautiful orgasmic state. Not climax, just this beautiful orgasmic state where I was just like I'm like even struggling to like explain it. It was just like this beautiful state of being in all of this energy. This energy was like coming up my body, and I felt like I had just gotten dropped in this beautiful warm bath. I was not in climax. I was just in this beautiful orgasmic energy, and it was taking me deeper into self. It was taking me deeper and deeper into myself as I went, and I was just like breathing it in. And I find that when I am in this orgasmic state, and when my clients get into this orgasmic state as well, they'll share with me that you learn so much about yourself. You see different aspects of self. You experience pleasure differently. You experience the divine differently. You get into this state of having to just connect with your core. And your core being all of your core. Your light, your shadow, your all of it. All of it. And it is so incredibly beautiful. And so when people will all the time go like, but why sex? And it's not about the tips, the tricks, the techniques, what position, and like that can be fun. And I love talking about that kind of stuff too. That can be sexy and fun and exciting. But I love this piece of learning self deeper through sex. And I remember seeing, and I still see it, and it kind of it hurts my very core to see us really cheapening sex and going, oh well, I don't need sex. Sex isn't important. It doesn't do any healing. And actually, I remember when I first started down my own journey of like really learning my sex and really exploring it and opening it, and I can tell you I was one of the most shut down people I've ever met. I work with clients all the time. I work with women that are really shut down on their sex, and I can tell you I was there. I was like incredibly shut down. My mentor tells like this story of like asking me about my desires and me not like even being able to really spell the word. Like I couldn't. And like I would wear like turtlenecks up to here. I was really shut down. And opening up my sex, really diving deep, really finding that deeper level of sexing healed me so much. And I see it with my clients. It's getting hot in here, and not in the good kind of hot in here way. But there was so much depth and healing in really claiming my sex and really exploring my sex and exploring my orgasm, not my climax. Because I've always been able to get to that climactic point, but exploring my orgasm and exploring that orgasm with another soul, exploring the different energies. And I think we so oftentimes cheapen sex, and we don't want to see how deep it can heal us. All the time I'll be like, I have sex, like it's just short and fast, and like then we're done, and it's not like it's just sex. It's just sex. I get that all the time from clients, and actually even from like friends that are like more extended friends. They'll be like, I don't get it, Addison. Like, what's the big deal? It's just sex. Like birthday, Christmas, anniversary, and then we're done. But the fact is, we don't realize how much we need sex, how it heals us, how it opens us, how it actually truly carries us emotionally and physically. Our bodies need it. Our mental health needs sex, especially women. And women are oftentimes, I don't want to paint black and white pictures here, but oftentimes the one are like, okay, let's get this done and over with. I don't need this. This is just taking time. And we go through that in my female orgasm camp that we do twice a year, all that. And so I'm not going to jump into all of that. Come to a workshop. You'll hear all about that, how to get your woman into a better place. But women are so, and I'm going to steal my friend Kendall's phrasing, women are so incredibly underfucked in our society. We don't get that deeper orgasm, we don't get that deeper healing, and it really does have a huge impact on our mental health. It really does impact how we go throughout our lives. Our really connecting to that feminine energy. It is really difficult to connect to your true feminine if you're not experiencing that in the bedroom, if you're not learning and allowing yourself to surrender into that feminine. Not necessarily surrender to any particular person. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about surrendering deeper into self, surrendering deeper into that feminine orgasmic energy. And men, the same thing. You oftentimes think that sex is, we paint this picture for men that sex is just this simple, easy, just get them off, that's all you get. We forget that men can be multi-orgasmic too, and men need sex. It is a primal need, and it is a hormonal need as well. We need to be filled up with this. And when we disconnect from sex, what ends up happening is we will see ourselves change. If you had this beautiful sexing kind of experience going on for years, I know lots of people who are in these beautiful relationships, and then something happens and they start to miss out on that, you will see characteristic changes in them. You will start to see more depression, more anxiety, less connection with soul and self. Our sex holds so much energy, and when we are not continuing to open that energy up, it really does impact us. And so why did I go into sex? It was because of the massive amount of healing powers that our sex really does provide. I honestly can say that I have family and friends that will be like, why, Addison? Knowing me for 10, 15, 20 years, they're like, you're the last person I would have guessed would have gone into this into this career path, like sex and relationships. Really, I never would have saw that for you. That's not what I would have guessed you would have gone into. But truly, I saw the massive amount of healing. And I tell the story all the time that I was in my own eating disorder at one point, and I was working with women in eating disorders, and I saw that one of the massive, huge links was them not accepting their sex, not really leaning into that, really hating, and I mean despising their sex. I worked with many women who would cut their genitals because they hated their sex so much. That kind of despise and hate based on trauma and all these other things. And then I meet these men and they're just like, even today, they're like gray and they're like, oh, I'm not having this deeper sex that I really desire. I'm not really getting anything from it. It's like I'm masturbating, I'm watching porn, I'm getting these like quick get-offs, but I'm not finding that deeper level. I'm not really connecting to it. And so my desire in sharing this today, because now I can spell the word desire, but my desire in sharing this is for you to really look at how you're treating your sex today. Really, really think about, how are you diving into your sex? Are you going into your sex, into your sexual energy? I'm not talking about, again, the tips or tricks or techniques, like what position you're in, like that's fun and that's great. But how are you really, really treating your sex? How are you going about it? What are your expectations? Are you dropping down into that beautiful energy that I was sharing with you earlier, of being like you're just in this beautiful wave or orgasmic energy? Are you allowing that, or are you reaching for like a climax? Or are you allowing yourself to dive deeper and really just experience yourself at a new level in the orgasmic energy, and just allowing that to bloom and happen as it needs to happen? Most of you will probably say, no, I'm going for the climax, because we go for the goal. Well, I'm going to challenge you all to not go for the goal, to really just feel your sexual energy. Even if you're not having sex, it's a beautiful freaking day, and I'm here and I'm like, I'm turned on right now. Like, this is a beautiful day. Like, my skin feels good in the sun. Like, really explore your sex in different ways. You know, explore just connecting to your genitals, connecting to that energy that will come up from your genitals into your heart, open you up, really expand you. And then, oh, somebody is trying to call me in the middle of my live, and that doesn't work. But really just exploring your sex at a new level. I always tell my couples clients that it's such a beautiful experience we're so used to, we have sex, it's together, and we almost go for a goal again. But instead, to try to maybe spend one day just giving to one partner and really just allowing that partner to drop down fully. No expectations, no goals, no actual intercourse, pussy vagina kind of intercourse where it's like, penetration of any, well, I don't want to say any kind, but really just allowing one partner to receive. And then then flipping it and allowing that other partner to then receive as well. I say, like, it really is about just getting into that flow, getting into that experience. I don't want to, like, set parameters, like, no, you can't, there's no, like, penis, vagina kind of combination, but really just kind of allowing yourselves to each get an experience where you're able to surrender and just relax, and making it a little bit longer, and not trying to fit it into, even a half an hour. Like, making it like an hour or 2 hours of like good sensual massage and touching and just truly experiencing, getting into that yumminess. So that is why I talk about sex. That is why I think it's so important, getting into that yumminess. So I want you to go and find that yumminess. I am going to head into my office in a minute, but before I do that, I am going to promo somebody else's stuff. So this weekend, Kendall Williams, my bestie and my colleague, and the amazing Kendall Williams, is doing an introduction to quantum field tantra. So if you are in the DFW area, please check that out. I will be the model. It will be amazing. You'll get to see all her major magic tricks. But on that same note, I am doing Only Sexy Men Need Apply on September 21st. It is a dating workshop in the Plano area, so please check that out if you are a man and you are wanting to learn how to date better, how to get that orgasmic woman into your life, really call her in, how to have sex for the first time and make it really good and not just that like, meh, like it was okay kind of sex in that dating relationship. And then also I am doing Zen and Crazy as Fuck. That is my new online program that is starting on September 14th. So get your ass in there, get your butt in there, and let's get you implementing some of the tools and tricks to really find that Zen in your life without changing your entire life. And really using the crazy, because we all have the crazy, so let's just acknowledge it. Let's get there and be like, okay, yeah, I have my crazy. And using that crazy for your benefit instead of to pull you back from your dreams and goals. So you can find all of that at addisonbell.net. And I am going to go have some amazing appointments. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. If I said anything that touched you, if you like this video, if somebody needs to hear something on this video, then please tag them, share, like, comment. I love it all. And I love to hear from you guys. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And lots of love, light, and blessings to you guys all. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.